October 2019 Astro Tarot forecast. Happy solar return. This is your month. There are a plethora of planets in your first house. So let's see what the Astro forecast brings us. I'm using the African American Tarot for the Tarot portion. If you're new to the channel, I will be drawing some cards after the reading. Look, Scorpio, I'm wearing your pendant for the month. I like to have astrological charms. So let's see. Mercury enters your sign on 10/3 on the 3rd of October. And this is a very expressive placement for you. Communication, messages, writing, public speaking, editing your projects, and even working online and studying with Mercury in the first house goes effortlessly. Getting data, gathering information, and communicating. I said that earlier. On the 4th, Mars enters Libra. Oh, this is what I was kind of tripping on. Take advantage of Mercury here because he does retrograde this month on the last day on Halloween, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, Mars on the 4th enters Libra, and Mars is energy and stamina and will, action. It's in your 12th house, which is the sector of dreams and quiet activity, the internal subconscious mind, and your spirituality, the development of your private thoughts. It's a sector where you hold your demons and they can be released in this area. So with Mars here, trust that your dream life is very active, and trust that you will have an active rest, which is not really what you want. You could be a little restless, and even could lead to like RLS, restless leg syndrome. Mars in the 12th. While you're at rest, you have energy, is what this means. So write your dreams down, keep a book by the bedside, a journal, because your premonitions and dream life will be activated, and your intuition in general, even if you're not sleeping, will be activated. Mars is here the entire month. This could work for you in terms of preparing behind the scenes, gathering, with Mercury and Mars, gathering information in the first house and then analyzing data in the 12th house. On the 8th, Venus enters Scorpio, the first house, so you're looking your best. There's a beautiful, beautified, smoothed over energy to Venus in the first house sector. There's this little hummingbird that's literally staring at me. I call him Joey. I can see him outside. Venus, beautifying you. It's time for nurturing the physical self and comfort, haircuts, spa days, even a little, maybe you're doing cosmetic surgery. This is the month you can handle that up until the retrograde. I would not even mess around with Botox or anything like that. If for those of you who do that, I wouldn't even do that after the full moon of the 13th. Mercury will be slowing down. Either way, it is time for beautification. So new hairstyles, how you're presenting yourself, there's a change or a glow about you. On the 13th, the full moon is at 20 degrees of Aries in your 6th house of health. Closure to either a commitment in your work, a project, closure in your schedule to, maybe you're done with a personal trainer, or you've fulfilled your obligation or responsibility somewhere in the 6th house of work, health, and service. Or there's an illumination. A full moon in the 6th house says there's something to be aware of here, and pay attention to the physical self. Don't neglect you. I'm learning that even later in life. I play by the rules just like everybody else. And in my own life, it's not easier just because I have an ability to channel and hear things and get messages. So don't neglect your health is the message. And just stay in tune to what your body really needs, what you want. If it's vitamin D, get a little sunshine. If it's, and I don't know why I'm saying that. So I feel like this is Scorpio's message for sure. Also, I know this is easy to say and so common, and you should all be eating vegetables, but I literally am just seeing like spinach, asparagus, collard greens. There's something about green juices or vegetables that's important for you. Oh, and folic acid is what I'm hearing. It's the folic acid in those vegetables. So crazy how I hear this. Okay, so there's something about, making sure all of your vitamins are efficient and not deficient. So on the 23rd, the sun enters Scorpio. Happy solar return in your first house. And then 4 days later on the 27th, it's your new moon at 4 degrees of Scorpio. I mean, this is like, it's your month. Set your intentions around the time frame of the new moon privately. You don't have to make an announcement. I like to write them down. And don't use the negative, don't write, I don't want this to happen. Just come from a place of life works effortlessly for me. Use a mantra that is positive and not in the negative sense. And for your new moon, it is a great time to start fresh, to make new commitments to yourself. And you might even have a new path that you're aligning to in terms of work or career. Scorpio might be turned on in a new direction. That can happen in your new moon annually. Now on the 31st, happy Halloween, happy Samhain to the witches out there. On the 31st through November 20th, Mercury will retrograde at 27 degrees of your sign, Scorpio, back through 11 degrees. In the first house, be prepared for a memory or two and nostalgia and a longing for something that was in the past, a reminder of something. And you could also be contacted from old friends and people who have fell out of touch for a while. This time frame sees them activated again. Let's see what's here in your tarot, Scorpio. I wanted to take a moment to let you know if you need personal readings, I'm at audreyalison.com. I have an Astro Tarot reading that's 60 or 90 minutes, and we can go over your end quarter, your final quarter of the year, and we can look into 2020 if you'd like as well. I also wanted to show you that the Seasons in Stone Autumn energy bracelets are available, and the link is below in the Show More section. And stay tuned at the end of this video. There's just a quick ad that's really pretty. I wanted you guys to see what they look like on the model. Okay, so let's get to your tarot. Queen of Fire. Energy. Aw, that looks like my little cat. My cat I used to have, Monkey. Anyway, Queen of Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, action, progress, creativity, control, dominating energy. Let's see what this applies to. Ooh, and Three of Swords. So some of you have disconnected or had some kind of souring is what I just heard. That's not a word I would pick. A souring of a relationship with a fire sign. You could have already been divorced from this person in the past, and now they're coming through again. They want, in the retrograde, they're like, hi, how are you? Okay, so there was something at a loss here, and some of you had creative jobs that you tried to do entrepreneurially, and it just fell through, and there's a little bit of a sorrow about that. But now Three of Cups is here. There's three cups to replenish those three swords. And this is the card of connection and compassion and friendship and trust and generosity. Let's see what else is here for you. Travel, Six of Swords. Now do so before Mercury retrogrades. These cards are a trip. You really gotta know your cards, because the imagery is not coinciding with Rider-Waite necessarily, so the original tarot, so it's hard to tell where they're coming from sometimes with these images. But the Six of Swords is saying it's time to get moving and pick your destination. And a voyage, it could be mental as well. The swords govern the mind, so a mental excursion or a vision. And then 14 is temperance. Yeah, they don't even label them. You got to know your goods. See, that's why I like to keep everybody on their toes here. Who knows the tarot? The 14 is temperance and balance, moderation, beauty. Oh, yeah, and Venus in your sign. Take your time with yourself. From head to toe, I want every Scorpio exfoliating. And cutting your nails. Get rid of the ends of the hair, the nails. Get witchy. Get rid of all the dead stuff. I didn't see this, but the Magician's here underneath temperance. It was hiding. That's interesting. You have everything you need. The manifester, the Magician. Wow, he's naked. Am I going to get in trouble? Hey, I don't make the tarot decks, even though, that would be a great idea. But don't get mad at me, YouTube. I didn't even realize this dude was naked. Magician, you have all that you need. And you can create. Oh, if it didn't work the first time, entrepreneurially, you still got it. You can try this again. Maybe you're, tweaking a few concepts or how you promote yourself or the general concept of the business, but you've got a skill that can be put out there. You can make your magic. I have no doubt about that, Scorpio. And fire signs may be helpful to you in that endeavor. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Happy birthday. Remember, Scorpio, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.